look away because you're going to be sick. I feel like I should just end this review. Where's the freaking button? Ow.
Because it is there.
Come on.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we have the all-new Audi S6. And it's a big one. It's a big change within the Audi S lineup, I think. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to see what this car is like, what has changed compared to the previous S6, and what has changed compared to the regular A6. I'm going to walk around it, show you all the stuff, all the specs, everything that's on it. And then we'll take it for a drive in that direction towards the Autobahn, where this car belongs. To do a quick blast over there. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive updates when we upload a new video. And check us out on Instagram at AutoTopNL. Alright, so we have done a couple of reviews on the new Audi A6. So I'm going to skip that. I'm just going to focus on what makes this an S6. Well, to begin with, we've got an S6 badge over there. We've also got some more sporty bumpers with that Audi S aluminium look. I think the car looks like an S6 should. It looks sporty, but not over the top. It's a little bit under the radar, but definitely you notice that something's up with this car. We've got 21-inch wheels. That's optional. As standard, you get 20-inch. We've got regular brakes. You can also get ceramics on this car, and it even has a little Audi Sport logo in the wheel. Pretty cool. Some Pirelli P0s, the S mirrors again with that aluminium. We've got some aluminium roof rails, window sills. So it's a pretty decent spec, I would say. Decent as in not over the top, very civilized. So now we end up at the part where I feel like I should just end this review, stop what I'm doing, go do something else, I don't know, collect butterflies or something like that, because this is ridiculous. I guess if you've seen a review on the new S6, you know this already, but yeah, look away. Guys, look away because you're going to be sick. Check out that exhaust. That is completely shut. That is freaking fake. This is just a bumper part, and it has quad tailpipes, and it's fake. What are they thinking? How are they thinking that this is okay, that they can do this? I mean, this is a low point in the automotive industry, if you ask me. I'm going to get that stupid mic wire out of the way and show you guys where the real exhaust is, because it is there, as you can see. And that is because it's a diesel, the new S6. I guess you guys knew that already. But that's the real exhaust, and this is some fake stuff to make you feel like you've got a fast car and a petrol V8, and you don't. You've got a diesel, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's quite a fast diesel, but making it like this, putting these exhausts on there, these tailpipes, it's just not okay. Not cool, Audi, not cool. Okay, let's check out the engine and the culprit of all this nonsense. So we've got the 3-liter V6 TDI with one regular turbo and one electric compressor, a 48-volt mild hybrid system, all clever stuff, and in the end it produces 350 horsepower and 700 Newton meters. So a little bit less than a 2012 BMW M550D with the tri-turbo, which produced 381 horsepower all the way back when. So it's not particularly powerful, I would say, and it is a lot more expensive than a regular A650 TDI. So
I'm having a lot of trouble understanding this car and seeing why it is the way it is. Of course, the previous S6 had a 4-liter V8 biturbo with 450 horsepower, which was awesome. Then we had Dieselgate, so everything was really bad and diesel was, oh, no diesels anymore. And then Volkswagen came with a V8 diesel Touareg. We got this V6 TDI S6, and that's mainly to bring down the CO2 emissions of the entire Audi lineup, because this just produces a lot less CO2 apparently than a V8 biturbo. So yeah, I just don't get why it's not more powerful than this. I just don't get it. An A650 TDI has 286 horsepower, this has 350, so I don't think the difference is big enough, and it is a lot more expensive than a regular A6. But okay, now you have seen the entire outside of the car. I'll walk around it once more and you guys can rate it in the top right corner. So you can rate it out of 5, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. I'm curious to see what you think of the looks of this car. On the inside, it's beautiful. We've got a handsome devil in the rear seats.
Hello guys!
We've got these sport seats, these S seats, with beautiful leather and nice stitching and cool stuff. S badge on there, integrated headrest, but it's an option. So you have to pay, in the Netherlands, you have to pay like 1,300 euros to get these seats. Didn't I pay already to get an S6? Why don't I get these seats as standard? Another thing I really don't like. This is in comfort mode. We don't get any fake sound through the speakers. We get a nice diesely sound on the outside. But if we switch to dynamic mode, we get some fake. Yeah, there is actually some kind of sound generator underneath the car. You can hear it turning on. Where's the freaking button? Ow. There, okay.
Go stand outside. I'll do it.
Okay, you do it. I think it's underneath here. Wait, wait, wait. Yeah. Yeah, now it turns off and on. You can hear it, it's like a speaker. So now we're in dynamic mode. Ooh! And this was mixed with diesel sound, but in here it's really quiet because we've also got the acoustic glass. So they've tried to emulate the sound of a V8 biturbo, I guess, or something like that. I don't know what it is. Okay. So we'll take it for a drive, but not before I show you our new watch. This is it, the Matterhorn. It's a bit more sporty than our previous one. I really like it, with a green fabric strap, with leather on the inside and a nice red detail on the crown as well. So if you guys like this, I hope you do. You can check it out in the top right corner in our store. You can check out this watch, free worldwide shipping, Swiss made watch. Awesome. Okay, let's get going. We're in drive. Let's see if I can understand this car better when we're driving, because up until now I'm really struggling, because I really like fast diesel estate cars, but I just don't get this car. So we're in dynamic mode, and that means that we've got the most sporty setting for everything. Apparently the gearbox wasn't paying attention when I put it in dynamic, because the gearbox is really slow. The response is really bad. Oh man, it feels like a transmission that's like 8 years old. That's not a good start. I do like the torque though. It's got 700 Newton meters. That's really nice. But again,
the level on which they positioned this car at 350 horsepower, it should have been 400. It should have been on the same level as a BMW M550D, or at least somewhere in that neighborhood. Now it's just a bit of a weird position. It's in between everything. So this car also has the uprated air suspension. It also has a different differential at the rear, sort of a sporty S differential that decides how much power goes to which rear wheel. It can send up to 85% to the rear wheels. So the setup is really good. It's just that it doesn't feel that exciting or impressive. Turn-in is nice. You do feel that heavy diesel engine in the nose, of course, but that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Steering is pretty light, as we are used to from Audi cars. Yeah, you just have to get used to that. It does get heavier, a little bit heavier in dynamic mode, but it's still pretty light. But for my daily driving, I do prefer this steering to that weightlifting you have to do in a BMW M car in sport mode. It's just way too heavy. This is nicer for your everyday driving. Okay, so we are approaching the Autobahn, the German Autobahn. No speed limit here, so just saying. And we'll see how this car behaves and performs over there, because this is basically what it's made for. Oh man, that gearbox is so slow. Just give me the gear I want when I want it. Okay, so this is what it's made for. High speed, long distances. This car also has a fuel tank that's 10 liters bigger than a regular A6, so your range is bigger as well. Full throttle. And even though it's quick, it never feels, you know, powerful. It's a little bit underwhelming, especially for an Audi S car. On the other hand, I mean, it is super quiet, it is super comfortable, it is quick. Objectively speaking, it is quick. It's just not as fast and as powerful as I would have wanted it, but it is quick. So that combined with the air suspension, with the acoustic glass, it has a special foam in the tires to make it even quieter. And that's what it's for. It's for covering big distances at high speeds in all comfort. And you know, it really does excel at that. If you go into this car completely without prejudice, completely without, you know, expectations about what an Audi S car should be, this is a really, really good car. It's just that it doesn't really meet my expectations, and I guess of a lot of people, because pushback has been real with this car. Okay, so kick down, full 5th gear, come on. So top speed 250 kilometers an hour limited. 0 to 100 for the Avant is 5.1 seconds. The S7 5.1 seconds. The Limousine 5.0 seconds, which is okay, I guess. And it does move. I mean, this 250 kilometers an hour without breaking a sweat. It's really comfortable. It's quiet. I'm almost convincing myself that this is a really good car. 265. I think that's the limiter. 266. But you have to agree with me, right, that this is impressive. You can rate the performance in the top right corner from 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. Go rate. it truly is a very, very good car. It's just not the way I was expecting it to be, and it's also not the way I think it would make sense in the lineup of Audi, because right now this is the most powerful A6 you can get until the new RS6 comes, and that car has a 600 horsepower V8 bi-turbo engine. That's just insane. So the gap between the S6 and the RS6 will be so freaking big, and there will be a lot of cars in between that gap of other brands. I would have preferred if they went with no exhaust tips at all, like the SQ5 has. I mean, that would be better than this. The US version of this Audi S6 and the Audi S7 will have the 2.9 liter V6 with 450 horsepower. So I guess the US guys will, you know, have a proper S6, because even though I really like this car a lot, I don't think it's S6 worthy. Okay, and with that I'm going to end it. We're at the border as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video or go check out this playlist. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you at the next one. Bye.